What's up everyone, this is Cyberknight, and today I have another Dark Magician deck profile for you guys. So yes, of course, this is actually different than the deck profile I uploaded, a couple of days ago, where I showed you guys one where you use the brand new Ritual Monster, which is Magician of Chaos. Well, this build actually uses Dark Magician Girl. And I would also say, too, that this build's a little bit more competitive than the previous one, because with the new cards that came out in Duel Power, we basically have a new spell card that is kind of like a reverse Sage's Stone. It makes it so that if you have Dark Magician, you get Dark Magician Girl, and then you get one of their spell cards that makes them work together, like Dark Burning Attack, or it can help you like Dark Magic Attack, and the several different cards that are similar to that. I think there's 4 different ones. And a build like this, too, it is so easy to get Dark Magician Girl now to, with that new spell, and then be able to, combo them together. It works great. So I wanted to do a build on that too, so let's go on ahead and get started. And of course, if you guys want to see more deck profiles, be sure to leave a like and leave the request down in the comments. Alright, so first off, just like with any Dark Magician deck profile, you gotta have 3 of Dark Magician. Again, I'm going on my 3 favorite artworks, so the new anniversary artwork for Duel Power, I should say, Arcana, and then the original. I mean, there's not a bad artwork for Dark Magician, but yeah, those are just my favorites. And obviously, you need to have 3 of these because they're easy to summon. Just like with like I said, anything Dark Magician, you gotta have those 3. Then, of course, since we're going with this build, we only need 1 of Dark Magician Girl. With Bond Between Teacher and Student, you can get her back from the graveyard as well, so it doesn't matter if you, only have 1 or what. That way it's not a dead draw or anything. So with Bond Between Teacher and Student, doesn't hurt just to have 1 because you can just keep getting her back over and over, so not a problem. After that, have 2 Magician of Dark Illusion. This is basically another Dark Magician, like I said before, easy to bring out. You can even bring it out in your opponent's turn fairly easily by activating one of your spells and traps, and then it can just help you set up and get more Dark Magicians out there. Then, after that, 3 of Magician's Rod. Magician's Rod is our searching card. It helps you get your spells and traps that you need, your Dark Magician-themed ones, I should say, and being able to do that helps you set up. Then, after that, of course, 3 of Apprentice Illusion Magician. Man, I wish she counted as a Dark Magician Girl. Like, seriously, this card would be so much crazier. It's already a good card, but it would be so much crazier if she actually counted as a Dark Magician Girl, because she basically is. I think she's supposed to be like a younger version of Dark Magician Girl. Anyway, with this card, like I said last time, it's one that you can, discard one of your cards, get to special summon this card easily. Then, of course, you're able to get a Dark Magician from your deck, add it to your hand. So, it can help you set up and get your Dark Magician, so then you can bring them out with Magician's Navigation, Eternal Soul, that kind of stuff. It just helps make sure that you get everything. And then, just like last time, 3 of Ash Blossom. Ash Blossom is just good. It's good to have some hand traps. I mean, with Dark Magician and everything, too, you do have a pretty good amount of things that can hurt you. So, you gotta have some kind of hand traps to stop them. So, I feel like Ash Blossom is a good one, and now it's a lot easier to get. Next up, we have our spell cards. So, for the spells, I am running, of course, 3 of Dark Magical Circle. This is still like your main card of the deck. That and Eternal Soul are your main cards you always want to get set up, because with Dark Magic Circle, it's almost like I said before, almost like a duality kind of comparison, because with that, you can, get the top 3 cards of your deck and get a Dark Magician card from among those, so being able to kind of have a duality effect really helps out. And then also, too, when a Dark Magician is special summoned, in either player's turn, by the way, you just banish a card in your opponent's side of the field. Being able to do that, and just like if they have some kind of card that's a problem for you, just banish it and you get a Dark Magician out of it is amazing. And you have so many ways of doing that too. So this card is honestly, like I said, your main card. So you always want to have those on the field as quickly as possible. Then after that, here's our brand new card. The reason this deck actually works, I am using 2 of Bond Between Teacher and Student. First off, gotta say, love the artwork. I mean, seriously, it's a cool looking card. Anyway, it is, like I said, it's a reverse Sage's Stone. It's really the best way to talk about it, because as I said in the beginning, it used to be that Dark Magician Girl was easier to bring out, and then Sage's Stone made it so you could bring out Dark Magician easier. Well, as the game's evolved, it's kind of become the reverse, because now with Eternal Soul and everything, it's really easy to bring out Dark Magician. So a card like this makes more sense. So being able to bring out Dark Magician easily, use this card, get Dark Magician Girl, then also search for one of their spells like that, is obviously really good. You're getting a free, 2000 attack monster, which could be stronger depending on how many Dark Magicians you have in the grave, which is pretty easy to get those to the grave. And then you can search for example, and this is the card I'm running too, Dark Burning Magic. This is the best card to search for out of that too, because first off, it's a quick play spell, so you don't mind setting this card, of course. And if you have a Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl on your side of the field, you destroy all your opponent's cards. That's what it does. Like, seriously, it's a powerful card to have, and that Bond Between Teacher and Student just sets it all up for you. So you definitely want to search for this one. Like I said, it has several different ones, but this is still the best option because it's a quick play. So you can activate it in your opponent's turn, just boom, I wipe out everything. And there you go. So very powerful card to have. Then after that, I am running one of Dark Magic Attack. Still easy to get because Eternal Soul and everything. And it is your Harpy's Feather Duster. I have Timaeus. Timaeus is good. I'm running like an extra one in this, mainly because we have Dark Magician Girl, so that gives us some extra fusions we can go for. So, yeah, Timaeus is always great. That's all you need for your fusions, by the way. Then, of course, Illusion Magic helps you search for your Dark Magicians. Again, you gotta have them. Then, of course, 2 of Dark Magic Inheritance. This one actually fits together pretty well, even with the theme. Basically, it can help you search for what you need. You banish a couple of spell cards, there you go, you get to search for a Dark Magician card, which that can help you get bottom between teacher and student really easy. That's why I like running it, because in most cases, you know, within a couple of turns, you have your spells in the graveyard. That's not a problem. It runs a lot of spells in this deck. Then you can banish them, use this, bottom between teacher and student. More than likely, I already have Dark Magician myself filled, because I probably have Eternal Soul set up, or Magician's Navigation, or something. And just play it, boom. I get to set up, get Dark Burning Magic and all that too. There you go. I mean, it's pretty powerful. So I like to have it for that reason, and another way to search, always a good thing. Then, of course, after that, I am running 2 a Pot of Duality. I still like Duality in this deck. I know a lot of people go for Extravagance. I only have like 1 Extravagance anyway, so I guess that's one reason I'm not running it. If you have Extravagance, I mean, you could probably get rid of both Dualities and maybe one of the Timaeus. I would get rid of one of Timaeus and then throw those in. But since I don't have them, I'm not running them. But I like Duality in this just because, again, you can summon a lot of your monsters in your opponent's turn. So Duality doesn't hurt you in a Dark Magician deck, really. I mean, you know, because like with Eternal Soul, you activate your opponent's turn, boom, Dark Magician. The special summoning in your own turn thing doesn't really become a problem. So I like Duality in this deck, but again, if you want another option, there you go. I'll throw that in. Then 2 of Called by the Grave, which of course is good for hand traps. Then after that, for our trap cards, I am running 3 of Eternal Soul. I mean, again, it's one of your main cards, just like Magical Circle. Helps you get Dark Magician out there. Bad part is, it gets destroyed, then it nukes your own field. So, be careful on that. When you get Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight out there, they'll protect each other, so that's good. And also, this card does protect your Dark Magicians. But again, you have to make sure, if that gets destroyed, it's not a good day for you. So, always be careful on that. Then also 2 of Magician Navigation. This card will help you also get out your Dark Magicians easily. It can help you get another Spellcaster as well, as it, you know, when it shows the artwork, you can go for, I guess, Dark Magician Girl from that. You can also go for, like, Apprentice Magician, that way you get, you know, that special summon effect, so then you get to add a Dark Magician to your hand afterwards, or whatever, you know, just to help you set up for everything. So, again, another trap card to help you get Dark Magician out there. And then, last but not least, I'm actually running 3 of Infinite Impermanence. If you don't have these, don't worry. The main reason I'm running them is because it's a good hand trap to have. I mean, they're a lot cheaper now, or hopefully they get even cheaper at some point, but they are easier to get now after Duel Power, and I think it's just really good for Dark Magicians, because there are so many things that can try to stop you, and this is one of those decks too, that if you get stopped in some of your big combos, you can get a real big miss. So I feel like you do need hand traps and stuff to protect yourself. So that's the reason I'm running them on that too. And now for the extra deck. The extra deck is basically the same as last time. A few changes, though. I'm running 2 of Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight. That's still like your main fusion you're going for because it protects Eternal Soul. Eternal Soul helps protect that. And also, he's still a Dark Magician, so you can use Bond between teacher and student with him, too. So, a great option to have. Probably your best fusion, honestly. Then, of course, one of Amulet Dragon. Just another option that's pretty good in certain circumstances, so it's good to have that one, too. And then, of course, Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. We are running Dark Magician Girl. Might as well throw one of these in. Still a really good fusion. I still go for Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight in most cases, but again, it's a great option to have. Then moving on to our Xyz, I am running 2 of Ebon Illusion Magician. Another one that's just really good for Dark Magicians, being able to, you know, see summon for that, then even get another Dark Magician from it. Also that banishing effect and everything too. So definitely comes in handy for you. And then Ebon High Magician to go along with that as well. And for some like generic rank 7s, I'm also using, again, Red Eye's Flare Metal Dragon, which is it's just a good generic XC. Number 11 Big Eye, take your opponent's monsters away. Mecha Feta Beast Dracossack, again, just a great option for that. It's always been a good XC monster. And then for Link monsters, this has been changed up a little bit too. First off, we have Link Spider, because with Dark Magician, it's easy to go for this card, so you can like use it for that, use Eternal Soul, get back another Dark Magician or whatever too, and it's good to help you set up and get your Link monsters going. So Link Spider, great in the deck because we do have Dark Magician. Then I am also running one of Wee Witch's Apprentice. Still a very useful card. I probably should have had it in the other extra deck too. I should have made room for it. It's a great Link monster to have. I mean, it powers up dark monsters, so yeah, and it's easy to bring out too. So I probably should have had that last time. You might want to take out a Link Spider from the previous one and then go with Wee Witch's Apprentice. That'd probably work out pretty well on that. Then, of course, Nightmare Phoenix, Nightmare Unicorn, and then I'm also going with Boral Sword Dragon. Just like I said last time, though, Boral Sword Dragon is getting a reprint. It's supposed to be the next Battles of Legend, which I think is June, if I remember correctly. And hopefully it'll be a lot easier to get. But if you don't have this card, it's too expensive, whatever, don't worry about it. Just use whatever good Link monster you have. And it's the same with the Nightmares, too, basically. Because the Link monsters don't matter as much as, like, the Xyz infusions. Because until we get, like, a themed Dark Magician Link or something, I feel like Link monsters are kind of, good to have, but they're not going to make or break you. And also, I'm not a big fan of using Summon Sorceress and Dark Magician. That's the reason I'm not running that. You can go for that, too. If you happen to have one of those, there you go. They're easier to find, of course, nowadays, so that could also be a good option. For me, I'm just not a big fan of the card in the deck, but yeah, whatever works for you. And yep, there you go. That is my Dark Magician Girl deck profile. So, of course, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and let me know what you guys think about this deck, because I gotta say, the nostalgia is there. This deck is so much fun to use. I mean, it's just fun to be able to use Dark Magician Girl again, and like I said, I feel like this deck is actually more competitive than the other one. That's why I'm running things like Impermanence and stuff too, because like I said, you do gotta have like some different hand traps and things to protect yourself. Because Dark Magician is one of those decks that you get negated a bunch of everything, you're in a mess. So you gotta have some hand traps and stuff to help protect yourself as well. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you don't miss out on future content. Let me know what other deck profiles you'd like to see in the future. I'm working on quite a few different things too. I'm working on, you know what, I won't name them all for now, but a lot of stuff you guys have requested. How about that? So if you have any more requests, let me know down in the comments, and of course I will. Catch you guys later. See ya.